How do you spend your time when you're waiting at the airport? For me, this feels like a little built-in experiment. I look at people around me and I try to identify who's happy today and what might make them smile and who's not so happy today and what might be going on. So a few weeks back, I'm at the airport waiting for my flight to be called to board. And I scanned the room and I noticed a woman. Her hair had not been brushed, she was dressed for comfort. She looked like she may have just come out of bed actually, like just rolled out in that outfit. And she was on her phone. I didn't pay too close attention, kept scanning the room and making up stories for the rest of the people. But then when my eyes got back to her area, I saw that she was now not only slouching, but sobbing. Clearly she had just gotten really bad news and I just felt for her. Crying in public, that must be really uncomfortable. So I wanted to bring her hope, but I was afraid to be intrusive or awkward. I was wondering, how do you make that work? So I started rehearsing lines in my own head about things I could say to try and connect with her and lift her spirits just a little bit. And I was kind of talking myself out of it when I realized I really wanted to act according to my intentions and not according to my fears. I approached her in the best way I knew how, which was to lower myself to her eye level, gently put my hand on her knee, and talk to her about my own beliefs, which is, I don't know what's going on, and I clearly don't know you, but I want you to know that I see you and I feel you. Whether you believe it or not, God does too. And one day, all of this will become clear. Why you had to go through that moment of sadness will become clear, and then it will be okay. But in the meantime, I will pray for you. And I offered her my best possible side hug to see if she would want one. And she actually did, and she held on an extra second, which told me that my intervention had worked. For that brief moment, I had succeeded at lifting her spirits just a little bit, and that also lifted mine. If I had not tried, I would have been stuck with that yucky feeling that this poor woman was all by herself and no one in the world dared to try and give her a little hope. But now I could feel proud that I had tried and that she had appreciated my effort. Now, I bring up this story because I talk a lot about micro-connections, and people often ask me, how do you get started? How do you do it when it feels awkward? And usually my response is, you start small, in a non-threatening environment, so where you don't think you'll see people ever again, with something that feels natural and easy and comfortable to you, and build from there. Well, today I want to offer a completely different perspective. Today I want to say, sometimes it will require courage. Sometimes it will be uncomfortable. But as my husband always says, anything worthwhile in life requires effort. And so you may need to stretch yourself in order to establish a connection from time to time, but that is worth it. Because when you do, you've just made your world and somebody else's just a little bit brighter. Maybe today, this word of encouragement inspires you to reach out to someone whom you know needs it, and whom you've kind of avoided a little bit because you were afraid to be awkward. I want to say go for it, because they will likely appreciate it more than you think. So if you do try to extend yourself and get out of that comfort zone and call on your courage to connect with someone, I would love to hear from you. Mark down in the comments below how it went and I will respond back. In the meantime, be well, I send you love and light, and I'll see you next time.